It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of... Thanks for having us in to kick off a new year. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, you lived this as a player. It's so exciting for us as fans, but now after that long off-season to get your body ready and your team ready and your game ready, finally show everybody what it's all about. Week 1 of the season has arrived.
And at this stage in the process, Mike, you're exactly right. All you want is for this ball to be kicked off. You're tired of practicing. You're tired of the off-season workouts. You're tired of the preparation for what feels like an entire year to play one game. And now you lace them up, strap the helmets on, and it kicks off what should be another exciting season.
So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go. Taking the field for the first time, they are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, it's Jones. That's caught by Watson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th game.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
On the give, it's Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And that's going to be enough for a 1st down, taking this to the 34.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a first carry for their running back. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incompletely. Might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point is up and through. And the first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. McLaughlin now on the return, and that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run for it with Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
On comes the punter now. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. This one out beyond the 25. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now a play fake. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw, it's Jones. This one out to Moore. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's the punter now, and he'll be kicking right into the full effects of the wind. Ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run it over center with Harris. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. So, first quarter in the books here on off weekend. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll look to throw. And incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. It's getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll try the right side now with Harris. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical on your side of the field.
This fielded inside the 35. Ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, it's Jones. Finding room at midfield. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll turn in hand. Oh, he coughs up the football. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
That is Ferguson in motion. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently. If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Jones gonna hang on to it here. And they're gonna bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Back to the ground after the penalty, and that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. The last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up third and very long. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
He gets this complete to his rookie 4th-round pick. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Now a give on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jones. That one complete to Moore. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Jones. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
A run now on 2nd down, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. He'll try to run this one in. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Ravens. A lot of big bodies down. At the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The extra point is good. And on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And that's where they'll set up shop. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Here's their punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Jones. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now, Jones. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. One final throw before the break. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 79 yards. It is a touchdown. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first down in his very first. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look at what's going on here and what's... This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4, and he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Pass brought in by Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A give, and here comes Harris. And he's going to have that first down. Tackle made up around the 35. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. One of the tight ends motions right. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is not going to get away. might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team out. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Now the return, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first, and he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. He'll let one go down the middle. A big play for Seattle. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. He's set up with first and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Seattle.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. An extra point attempt to follow. He knocks it through. And back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Jones to throw on second down. under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. The punt team out there, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be a return from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And this drive is going backward. Taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3 and out. Out their punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. And their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Back to throw is Jones. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. 3rd and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
This team's offense ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Jones now on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. We are through 3 quarters here on. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Here's Jones. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
This is pretty high-level quarterback play right here. He knew before the snap, all he had to do was manipulate one defender with his eyes, and once he bit, ball comes out on the money, big pickup.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown Seahawks! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The extra point is good. And the closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game. as they kick it away. This one taken at the 10. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Jones. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That one on target to Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that,
and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense, and, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 1st down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
Finding space at the 40. That one flips the field. Big chunk play as he goes out of bounds. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Now he takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one. scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Slot receiver headed right. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Seattle. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first down. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. And their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Jones. That's caught by Watson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
No problem there on the extra point, and by 7, 28-21. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Through the contact, it's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. That's to the right side and incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here we go. This is 4th down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
It's getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So it is a win here for the visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching. Follow us on X at E. With that, we say so long, everyone.